Good afternoon and welcome to the Alvernia University versus the Ramapo Roadrunners, day 2 of the East Coast Showdown. I'm here today, Ian Dumas, and, well, we only got one more game before all is said and done for the Golden Wolves for this semester. It's against St. John's Fisher Cardinals tomorrow. You can catch that game with us. I think it's an 11:15 start, if I'm not mistaken. We thank you so much for joining us. The Golden Wolves, after yesterday, haven't moved up in the standings, and nothing's changed. They're 6-5-0 with 12 points in the standings. Now they're 2-1-0 at home, thanks to the home neutral ice loss yesterday. I don't even know how you count that as home ice advantage, but we don't complain. And then 4-2-0 on the road. Logan Buki still leads the team in both the points and goals category with 19 goals and 18 points of his own. And Benjamin Maurer has 13 assists. Salio, what do our stats look like right now?
Points per game, we got 5.8 points per game. Goals against per game, we got 4.6. Penalty minutes, we got 13 per game. And we got 1.2 power play goals per game as well.
Not a bad stat sheet there for the Golden Wolves. Unfortunately, I couldn't find Ramapo's as successfully. We'll get over to stargazing. On our stargazing, doesn't change much from yesterday. Logan Buki still looking for 5 points to get to the magic 140. He's still being Mr. Record Setter today. Maurer's 2 goals from 15 all career. Denny has 1 goal, obviously from having 3 career, which that was a very big one. He didn't get one the last game, unfortunately, but we do hope he gets one this time around. Bellantoni's the only point-per-game defenseman still somehow. I don't even know how that's even possible. Juswick is 3 assists shy of 20. And Carson Lopez, who I believe is starting in net today, is looking for his 10th career win here. All good stuff on that one. Salio, how are we feeling about that stargazing group today?
A lot of potential out here. I'm excited to see where this game takes us today. A lot of good energy on the ice.
Carson Lopez is 1 win away from 10th career. Now, from my knowledge, he'll be the first goalie since the Colin Kane, Jason Nold era, which was pre-club, to have a 10-win career. I mean, what's that like for a goalie?
I don't even know.
I mean, that's got to be an amazing feat, honestly, to be the first man to do it after the split. But a lot of talent riding on this group today. Their last event against this group was a 3-1 loss. Not the ideal, but unfortunately the outcome that ended up. We're in a territory today. With that being said, we'll be back obviously East Coast Showdown, where the Alvernia Golden Wolves look to reset, reload, and respond after a tough opener. Yesterday, the Wolves ran into a red-hot Columbia Lions squad and fell in Game 1 by an 8-0 count. But today brings a new challenge and a fresh opportunity as the Alvernia Golden Wolves will square off with the Ramapo Roadrunners, looking to run away with the second game here that they've had against Alvernia this season. The Wolves are eager to shake off yesterday's setback, tighten up defensively, and rediscover the spark that's carried them all season long. We mentioned before, 25 goals in 2 games against Rutgers. I mean, where do you see that?
Ramapo comes in with speed, structure, and plenty of confidence, but the Wolves have never shied away from a bounce-back moment. Urgency, intensity, and a team determined to flip the script here. That's what we can expect today.
It's Alvernia, it's Ramapo. It's all coming your way in just about a minute. Thank you so much, folks. We'll catch you then. The bench bosses are giving their final talks, getting their units ready. Carson Lopez will be the suspected man in net here today. And a different approach to the first line is Brian Pilpel, Brendan Fergus, Nate Ciccarelli are out on the ice. Backed up by Hayden Peoples and the speedy feet of John Bellantoni. Face-off coming right here, right now. And Ramapo's off with it, trying to run away down ice. They're looking to go north on offense here, quickly trying to cross over, but offsides call will bring the offense to the outside. We should have some intermission acts here today, hopefully. I think I had a certain Joe Ciccarelli said he'd stop by at one point or another, so if you're a Joe Ciccarelli fan, certainly going to have a lot of fun with this game today as Ramapo's winning that face-off. 44 tried to drive it through for Ramapo, no dice. It was John Bellantoni trying to get the puck on through with the help of Nate Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli gets knocked off the puck there and a hard hit. Doesn't go down, though, as Brian Pope was going to send that one on into the offensive zone, cleared out by the Ramapo goaltender. Their own number 2 had to find it. 44 was sprung, but has to dump and run. Bellantoni going back to Peoples. Peoples carrying the puck to Brian Pilpel. Down it goes, finds way to Brendan Fergus. Brendan Fergus crossover to Ciccarelli. Puck gets caught right then and there. An unfortunate bounce. That puck goes behind the boards.
Line change for Alvernia.
As Alvernia deploys a new line. This is the Chris Claycomb line we were talking about earlier. The usual line one that includes Logan Buki, who just tried to split the defenders there with the help of Ben Auer. Nothing coming on that one. Evan Conabier, the defensive defenseman, trying to keep a hold of the puck there and get it to a teammate. It didn't quite work out. He pokes it away. Shot coming in. Nice save by Carson Lopez. That was going to go 200 feet all the way down the pond. Should be an icing call, and we'll get a reset here. Salio, how have you felt the Golden Wolves have handled the early salvo from the Ramapo Roadrunners?
Definitely holding it in good. Definitely keeping it in when we need to. Another stoppage down here, but on their own end, I think they can get it out, and they've been playing pretty good at center ice, so I'm excited to see where this game goes.
Chris Claycomb at center, able to win that one. Conabier turns on a dime to get it behind the net, trying to set up for somebody. He goes cross ice to Logan Buki. Buki passes over. Finds his way to Ben Auer. Auer takes a shot on net, nice shot. And that's swallowed whole by the tender. We'll get a face-off upcoming here. Claycomb sent back to center again. He'll, we assume, the duties here as he tries to get an offensive zone face-off win. Ramapo sends it right to Buki. Buki goes cross. That shot coming in. Oh, too high. Went. I think that might have taken a deflection or the goalie might have gotten his hand on it, but my Lord. A good early first chance for the Golden Wolves. As we are almost through 2 minutes here. Ramapo making a good entry into the zone. They have 92 loose on the other side with room. Loses the puck, though, and it's stuck along the boards. Trying to have a board jam battle. Finds way to Buki. Not able to get over to it in time. Conabier has to go back with Phil Juswick. Phil Juswick trying to work in stride. Buki tries to go cross ice for Jimmy Spiraccio and spring the Staten Island native. He'll work in tandem with Dom Garcia, of course. Juswick back to Conabier. Conabier trying to find jumping Jolie Mullen there, who always springs himself loose on quite a few of those. And they're going to blow this play dead for something. Not happy with Conabier's action. Might have been a slash there, so the Golden Wolves will go down. And unusual to see Conabier taking penalties. Normally a very disciplined man, but looks like just the tempo and timing got ahead of him and an accidental slash, right? Never purposely tries to do any of that stuff. It'll be a big loss for the Golden Wolves here on the penalty kill, as Conabier is one of the most defensively minded defensemen that they have on this unit. It'll be Brendan Fergus at center. Fergus tried to spring Ciccarelli loose. That puck's going to get cleared. That's going to go, what, 150 feet down the pond? 91 trying to rev back. Looking for a flash. Passing angles potential here. 91 Waits on the boards. Trying to center out for 92. 92. Waits for it. Shot coming in. Saved by Lopez. That goes around the boards. Outside of the zone, and they have to dump it back in. No offsides call then, I guess, which is interesting. Now, I would have assumed for sure that was offsides. Getting ready for the shot to come on in. Takes a tip and a nice save there by Brendan Fergus for the defensive save. He's going to clear that one out. 1:13 left on the power play for Ramapo. The Roadrunners need to move quickly if they want to get back in the offensive zone. Alvernia trying to slow them down. Mark Torrey, the man on that unit, trying to do it. 92 attempting a drive net shot. Nice save by Lopez. Puck and netting. We'll get a stoppage. Salio, in regards to the penalty kill so far, I mean, how do we feel the Wolves have been able to handle the Roadrunners, who have absolutely taken the shot at running towards net and just getting those early goals that are so effective against this team?
The boys are doing what they need to. They're staying on their men. They're not letting anything get by, and they're keeping their sticks on when it counts. They're getting those face-off wins, tying it up. Here it goes again, going back to their D.
Shot coming in for Ramapo. Nice save by Carson Lopez. Falling on top of that one. He got the whistle. No, just so the audio is closer so they can hear you.
Oh, right on.
Try to speak up a little bit. Ramapo shooting from center. Went wide of the net there.
There he is on the boards looking for a pass and stop.
Yeah. It'll be Reese Wilson to collect. Reese Wilson tried to jam it along for Alvernia player to escape the zone. And they're going to pull this play back to the outside as offsides. To center, they will bring Dom Garcia. Garcia unable to win the faceoff, but play will remain out at center. Forces Ramapo to try to use the last 30 seconds here to set something up. Centered for 79. Shot! Nice save by Lopez. Has to quickly reset. No need. There was a defensive play out in front by the Golden Wolves to get that one.
And it's good.
All the way down, went about 180 feet down the pond. That's a pretty good clear for Alvernia. Dom Garcia nearly robbing the puck out from under the feet of a Ramapo Roadrunner. Shots stand at 3-2. Alvernia behind the 8 ball in this game in that stat category. It's Buki back trying to get, whoa, out in front. Dangerous play there. Lopez up to the task. Shot coming in again. Saved by Lopez. Falling down and pandemonium. Stoppage called.
That was a hot minute right there. That was
right.
A hot minute right there.
That unit was definitely trying to cash in, and Ramapo will take themselves a breather here. So will Alvernia, as Ramapo will have one of their own gents sit for 2 minutes. As Alvernia will now get a chance to go on the power play. I'm sorry, you might move the bag down a little bit. Thanks. Chris Claycomb at center. He's got Maurer, Buki, Wilson, and Bellantoni, the usual power play one. Bellantoni over to Wilson. Back paddles that one to Buki. Buki sends it out. Looks for Bellantoni. Shot coming in. Whoa, goes wide of the net. Maurer's going to have to go back and retrieve. Maurer goes back to his own defensive zone, and to retrieve the puck has to play from behind the net. As far as that goes, it's going to be a tough 200 feet to climb for the Golden Wolves as Ramapo's taking a defensive posturing. They're going to try to guard that net as well as they can. They know the Golden Wolves can capitalize on offense. Buki holds on. Keeps the puck, trying to cycle and circle. Kept in. Bellantoni rips one. He gets the puck back. Bellantoni has to get it back over to Buki, who keeps it into Bellantoni. Popped over to Claycomb. Claycomb finding what looks to be Reese Wilson. Kept in. Buki has it. Takes a shot across net. Doesn't quite work out for him. Bellantoni shot coming in. Bellantoni again. Trying to find the man out loose. That puck is loose. That's all pandemonium. They're going to clear this one 200 feet. My Lord, that was a shift. Lopez tried to get it loose there for Claycomb. He's going to back paddle along to Maurer. Maurer goes cross ice, trying to find the big man, Reese Wilson. Wilson to Claycomb. Juswick joins the fray for the last 44, trying to get that second power play unit going. Buki, off the skates it goes. Wasn't able to quite read it. Phil Juswick's going to use the big body to shield the puck. Joey Mullen goes back. He's got some speed to work with if he wants to go down there quick. I don't think the Golden Wolves are going to have enough time to capitalize on a power play here, though. They've waited a little bit too long in the back area. Joey Mullen, not the intended receivers. It's Brian Pilpel. Pilpel back to Juswick. Juswick missed by Sparaccio. Cleared back in. And Lopez. And tough goings on the power play for the Golden Wolves. They were held in check. They had that solid minute of just good offense, and then just afterwards, all held in check from there. Lopez has been staunch in the net, though, when he has been called upon so far. Face-off won by Joey Mullen. He's going to look back to his intended receiver, Brian Pilpel. Pilpel trying to operate out. The power play is over. Cleared on in. Around the boards it goes. Finds way to Joey Mullen. Mullen.
He's got help on the
to
boards.
Sparaccio.
Down there waiting to get it. There it is.
And Pilpel gets that puck popped out, trying to spring a breakaway for Ramapo. Ramapo, it's a 2-on-3. Not the ideal intention. Shot! And they pop one past Lopez. Time of the tally, 7:07.
Unfortunate. He was at the right place at the wrong time, unfortunately.
And Alvernia did a good job keeping Ramapo in check up until that point. 5 shots to get the first goal for Ramapo.
13 minutes to go in the first period.
Alvernia needs to get a response going here. And I'm sorry, 4 shots, excuse me. Alvernia currently tied in shots. They were out shooting Ramapo, which is a good sign for them. This team is not... comeback wins are not out of their realm, but we have to see it happen. That one caught in the equipment of Hayden Peoples. Him and John Bellatoni have had those troubles. Across the net, and Lopez in laboring, in pain. He lost his equipment. I think the hand got slashed along the way accidentally, and he's holding it. And he's face down. Out will come Mike Hinkle, and in relief potentially will come Duncan McDowell if Lopez is deemed unfit to play as far as whatever he's laboring from. As they'll send the trainers out after Hinkle gets the first talk with Carson Lopez. And we hope he can get off on his own accord at least, as that would be a big step for, of course, positive progress for him, and hopes that this isn't too bad. But looks like Bellantoni's going to go to the bench there and relay to the coaches to get a man off. And as they get the puck for the game. Sorry, they're going to get a puck for the meantime, just as we wait. Duncan McDowell looks like he'll come in relief. It's been a little bit too long, I think, for Lopez to be down to put him back in. Duncan McDowell is equally reliable, and he's going to get a warm-up as soon as they're able to escort Lopez safely off the ice here. Hopefully all is well with him. That big man has dealt with so much this year. He's already played through a flu, and obviously prior to today, he played through the flu, but also injury now. And, you never want that for your G1, because your G1 is your stone, he's your rock, he's the man keeping the team. But we'll put Duncan McDowell in, I assume, and he'll be a good G2 for this game. It's going to take him a minute, I presume, to get him off, though. Lopez will get inspected on the bench in the meantime. Sorry, we'll get inspected on the ice in the meantime, excuse me. He's standing, which is always a good sign. and he's moving on his own. So perhaps maybe the Duncan McDowell needed to back up here might be a false fluke. And it looks like they'll call Duncan McDowell off. Salio. How are we? What would it have done to this team, of course, obviously, if they had lost their G1 in that moment?
I mean, anything can happen. With G1 going out, we're going to have to warm up G2 and throw him right in.
G1 is back.
Well, he's
luckily.
back.
G1 is back, luckily.
So this is big for the team. We don't need to warm up the G2 just yet. Get some more use out of G1 here.
Yeah.
Keep the energy pushing. The energy is on the ice, and here we go.
We're off back in action again.
Getting
Pinned
some
along the
support.
boards. We have Mark Torrey trying to get in pursuit of the hot puck. Ramapo trying to cycle along. Folks, beware of flying objects towards the net as that puck's going to go 200 feet down ice and find its way out.
This could be good.
As Keith Waldron tried to get in the way of that one. Waldron's got some pretty quick legs on him. He's not a John Bellantoni, but he is quick as they draw the icing, and we're going to get an offensive zone faceoff here for the Golden Wolves.
Here we go.
Right step in the right direction, and of course, Carson Lopez coming back to the ice is a positive sign for the Wolves, or joining back in net, I should say. Clake on the center. Ramapo with the puck now. As they try to operate out. Pops that one up high. Kept in by Buki. Buki trying to go around. He gets it robbed right out from under him. Sent on in, though.
Behind the net now.
As soon as Ramapo touches up, some bodies could go flying to try to get that puck back. Shot down ice. Saved by Lopez. That's a cookie. John Bellantoni goes cross to Maurer. Maurer looking to go down to Buki. Buki along the boards. Some stretch passing going on between those
Here
two.
it is.
Shot coming in. Goes
just
wide
a
of the
little
cage. Shot again.
Shot again.
Saved by the stick. A nice defensive save there from the Roadrunners. Didn't need to call upon their tender that time. My Lord. Nice hit laid out. Shot in front. Whoa. Some dirt, some action, and a dirty hit out front. That's going to get called as soon as Ramapo touches up. 2 minutes on the board for your Alvernia Golden Wolves.
Boom.
They'll deploy the Mullen line. It'll be Mullen, Sparaccio, Fergus, Pilpel, and Juswick. That's 4 forwards and a defenseman. This line is very offensive, and they can go to work. Juswick shoots it off the player, trying to turn back. Didn't quite work out. Trying to drive back now. It's a 3-on-1. Can they stop it? Lopez has to make the save and freeze up. Not a good start to the power play if you're looking for an offensive push, but Lopez able to stop a potential breakaway thanks to help of Phil Juswick as he was the man skating backwards. 2 men in hot pursuit with him, so
Looking for someone taking it up
it's
now.
Sparaccio, I believe, taking that puck down. Yes, it is.
There it
Number
is.
88. Double eights. Brendan Fergus. That's around the boards. Finds way to Phil Juswick. Juswick trying to get it loose for Fergus or somebody.
Good stick work by Juswick, keeping it in down there low.
Yeah.
And it's gonna
That one's popped out for Pilpel. Pilpel keeps a hold of it, so there's no breakaway for the Roadrunners. But offside's call. And you'd hate to see a Roadrunner go away, right? So unfortunately, this is not the Coyotes and the Roadrunners. This is the Golden Wolves and the Roadrunners. Otherwise, I'd make a very good cartoon joke. Did you watch the Coyote and the Roadrunner growing up? That was a good cartoon. Just, thought about that now.
Wolves, Coyotes are close enough.
Yeah, close enough, Ramapo was able to win that faceoff. They're going to extend this one 200 feet of the pond.
And they can do that.
Around the boards, Bellantoni's going to have to try to operate out. He leaves it behind for Maurer. Maurer leaves it behind for Buki as Buki drives through center ice, trying to enter the offensive zone all alone.
Gets it
dumps
down
the
in their
puck,
feet.
tries to keep a hold of it, a little bit too far out on the skating.
Chipping it up the boards. It's picked up by Ramapo. Can it get around the boards?
It'll be
Right around
Bellantoni
the
trying to hold off number 46 as Maurer goes back to get it. Maurer
3-on-1
left
again.
alone, shot, saved
Big
by
shot.
Lopez,
Big shot,
and that
even
puck
bigger
skids
save.
out.
Right back down.
Shot right back in for a dump and run by the Ramapo Roadrunners. 30 seconds left on the Alvernia power play.
Alvernia recollecting, using their time, moving it up.
You
Looking for
see
somebody.
Benjamin Maurer taking it to John Bellantoni on a nice pass.
Bellantoni making it right through his legs.
I know,
making it
right?
look easy.
That's what you expect from John Bellantoni, all the skill moves. It's Reese Wilson who will be back in stride to collect the puck. He's going to chip it in for a dump and run. The power play is essentially over. Alvernia got a little bit of pressure on them, but... Oh, Reese Wilson blew out the Jets there. That could have been dangerous, as there's enough defenders back to counter it. Reese Wilson will take it down ice. Wilson options over to
Beautiful.
Conabier.
This
Conabier, the
beautiful.
defenseman, turns
Beautiful
around
pass.
to Dom Garcia. Dom Garcia across net.
Yeah.
It's a goal. He scores.
go.
Logan Bucky's back on the
Beautiful
warpath, baby.
Beautiful play.
Back on the
Beautiful
warpath he
play.
is.
That was exactly what they needed to do at the right spot, and they did it. They got it done.
Exactly what the doctor ordered.
Beautiful backhand pass by Conabier right to out in front, and then beautiful shot with the rebound right in.
And it's not a goal for the defenseman Conabier, but I'm sure the assist will certainly suffice.
Absolutely.
Logan Buchy is back, and now Logan Buchy, believe it or not, 136 all-time points.
God.
How do you do that?
Magician.
Dom Garcia to center he goes.
The score is tied.
We're all tied up now,
Again.
folks. If you're joining us, Logan Buchy scored the most recent goal for Alvernia. A nice backhander by Conabier to set him up. Alvernia's looking for two now. Jimmy Sparaccio, that puck goes out of play. Faceoff will come to the outside. As Alvernia was unable to get a clean entry, they'll get a new puck, though. In the meantime.
In the offensive zone. This could be good. Could be indifferent.
Right outside the offensive zone. If Alvernia does win, they can make a charge into the offensive zone. Andrew Denny's out there. Denny was on a hot streak before the tournament. He had 2 goals in 2 games against Rutgers. It will be collected by Phil Juswick, sent around the boards, and out the zone it'll go. As Ramapo tries to re-enter, they can't. So instead, Dom Garcia tracking through center, tries to find Denny. Denny didn't have quite a reach on it. Dom Garcia to Jimmy Sparaccio. That puck's lost in traffic pretty much. By traffic, I mean everyone's on the boards. Carson Lopez plays it himself with the paddle. Good play by him. You're going to expect that from a guy like him. Jimmy Sparaccio along to Dom Garcia gets lost, though. Garcia overskated just a little bit. Around the boards, Conabier from behind the net. Conabier assisted on the first goal thanks to a backhand pass, which I believe came from Logan Buchy. Reese Wilson.
Switch them out, give the boys a break.
Yep, get a couple of fresh lines out there. I mean, Wilson to Conabier to Buchy, back
my
net.
God.
I mean, tic-tac goal all day, right? I mean, that's a goal you're going to relive. And of course, we have it on camera. That thing's going out as a short tonight, definitely.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play.
Ramapo in possession. They're trying to cycle this puck around the boards.
Jumping it low, we have
Working for some offense.
right back in. What can we do with this?
Trying to dial in. Keith Waldron was going over for it. Ramapo not able to get some crisp passing working. The Golden Wolves have been very infuriating in the last couple of plays for them. That's Roman Carpenter. He keeps that puck in play for Winter. Von Winter tries to shoot it. It's Mark Torrey around the boards. Torrey working in stride.
Looking for someone
Tries to
to
go
poke
back.
defenseman
Takes a
open.
shot. That was from Reese Wilson. Didn't quite get through the traffic. And it was nearly kept in by Keith Waldron. You love to see the stuff.
Around the boards, here it goes. Picked up by the D. Good
It's
keep.
picked up by Von Winter. Von Winter, native of Massapequa, New York. A lot of New Yorkers on this team, funny enough. A couple of New Jerseyans. You'll notice John Bellantoni, one of the infamous New Jerseyans of this team. Reese Wilson. Buchy was
Beautiful
unable
just
to get the
missed it.
puck there, just missed the pass to him. It was a nice saucer along the way. Von Winter carrying the puck on his own accord. He's trying to find someone left behind, but the offensive unit for Ramapo unable to pick it up. Reese Wilson works in stride through the neutral zones, rips one right on in, finds Buki. Buki lets it just skid on out. 6:17 left to play. We're fastly approaching the end of this first period. There'll be a 5-minute warm-up or ice break, I'll call it, and then we'll be right back for the second period action. Down ice, Bellantoni over to Buki.
Beautiful.
That
Just
one goes right off the stick of Buki. Buki trying to haul the man out of play. No penalty on that one. Sorry, yes, there is a penalty. I just missed the arm. The guy was behind me. You know, they should have both refs have their arms up so I could see them. But there will be a penalty. Buki will go to send, once again, timing error on the trip. You're trying to get a hold of the puck, and it's in range, and you just reach for it the wrong time, the wrong place.
At least we know they can recover from this. That's all that matters.
Now the Golden Wolves have already killed off one Ramapo power play today, which is going to be a good sign for them. What's the keys to surviving this power play from Ramapo, though?
When in doubt, get it down low. That's all you need to do. Dump it down if you're in the time pressure. You can do that.
And you heard it there. Logan Buki in the box. They're going to clear that one.
That could have been a
A
beautiful
solid 170 feet away from Carson Lopez, which will be nice for them. That's going to kill some clock with 15 seconds gone through. By the time they get down there, it should be about a minute and a half left on the power play.
I'd love to see a shorthanded goal from this team.
I would love to see a shorthanded goal, but we have to remember the fundamentals, of course. I'd love Alvernia to stick to that defensive just mindedness on this. As that goes off Lopez's pads for a save. Cross pass intercepted 200 feet for Fergus. Around the boards and left behind for the time being. He's going to leave that for a player. Ramapo's tender does. Fergus in weight to chase down the road running Ramapo Roadrunners. That's a lot of R's. Behind the net trying to send that one around the boards. Not a clearance. Ciccarelli, I think, got in the way of that one from being completely cleared. So they're down to less than a minute to go here. The ref holding on to the moorings of the goal there, or the post, I should say. I don't know why. Shot coming in, and they snipe top shelf, converting on the power play with 39 seconds left. They'll take a 2-1 lead at the 15:27 mark of the first period. And that's just a sharp angle shot. The only way you're stopping that is if you pick it up.
Right.
A low shot affair so far. It's only 6-4.
A lot of big hits, a lot of good plays. They're staying on their men. That's all that matters. We're keeping it down when we need to keep it down and just letting. Sometimes water's going to fall through the cracks, and that's the unfortunate thing about it. But the truth is, you can always make it up, and that's what counts.
Absolutely. Face-off one there, Conabeer to Juswick. Conabeer tries to go back to fetch, leaves it on, finds Sparacchio.
Moving it down.
Looking to go right down Broad Street on this one. Oh! Dinks the man,
Right
just not
there.
able to put it in the back of the net.
So close, but no cigar. Down,
And
get
Jimmy-
another man down there. 3v2 now.
Yep, Jimmy Sparacchio was looking to go right down on Broad Street on that goal if he was able to score it.
They recover
Sparacchio goes behind the net, was looking for, I don't know what he's going for. Is that a Datsuk flip? He's trying to do. There was some sick handling as he was hung up there by another player. And Dom Garcia hit along the way. A little bit of an interference. Conabeer back to
Down
retrieve.
low.
Conabeer in the offensive zone. This is the deepest I think I've ever seen the kid go.
Mullen up top. picked
Mullen has to cover. It's out for Juswick and Buki. 3:40 left. Would love to see the Golden Wolves go to the locker room tied up, wouldn't you, AJ?
I would love to. That'll bring that energy for them that they need to keep this game going.
Joey Mullen's going to get himself a change. He cleared it legally, so no icing, thank God. I'd hate for his legs to be out there for a little bit longer.
Beautiful keep.
Right? Obviously, the big key to this game is you want to roll those lines evenly, and you want to get caught out. That's going to be a big killer for the Golden Wolves if they do. They need
Ben Maurer keeping the push.
yeah, Ben Maurer trying to chase, but it's Claycomb in pursuit. Claycomb and Wilson. Claycomb's able to skid that one out.
Use the stick.
Buki's
Can they
going to
get
go
it?
in quick.
Here it
Buki
is.
might have two.
Where's his man?
Takes a shot. Oh,
Oh.
too high on the sharp angle. Now we're in
Beautiful.
on. Trying to chip it on through is Claycomb. And Claycomb's trying to catch up to Buki here.
A lot of good heads to shoot to right now.
You know, Claycomb is now 11
Key.
points behind Buki in the totals for Alvernia history. For, of course, the record. These two guys are close. Reese Wilson turning on a dime, sends that one on out. Kept on in, just barely. Well, might have had enough time to get out, but my God, turns on the engines and keeps it in for Ramapo. Behind the boards, number 19 trying to operate. 19 around the boards. Over to 79. 79 hung up with Mauer, it looks like. And it looks like it was Claycomb chipping along to Reese Wilson. Wilson tried to chip it on out, and it gets on out. Nice job by Buki to get the clearance. Just 2 minutes left to go here in the first period. Brennan Fergus had to peel off.
Here it is.
Nathan Ciccarelli tried to keep it in.
Kept the stick
Ciccarelli got hit up along the way. He has to go back and retrieve the puck. Tries to backhand it to Fergus. Fergus
looking for
keeping a hold of it. Looking for a shot at the crease now is Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli gets hit up. That should definitely be illegal, but...
Oil on the ice. Everybody's falling down today.
Yeah, right?
There it is. Kept beautifully last minute, but it's picked right back up, and he moves it up.
A puck and a half left to go in the first period. Von Winter's puck. He'll backhand it over. Ciccarelli chips it on along. Ciccarelli didn't quite keep a hold of it to find his man, so he had to just clear it. Oh! And some luggage left out on the ice there for a Ramapo player. Offsides call. And attempt. That was offsides.
Oh, I thought it was because of the thing when the puck fell out.
Oh, did the puck go in the netting? Sorry, puck went in the netting. I must have missed that. I thought I saw a player go in before him. Face off for Dom Garcia, excuse me.
Shot from the point, and it's back, and it's kept, and it's out.
Oh, there goes Jimmy Sparaccio. Sparaccio along.
In front.
Chips it over to Garcia. Mullen.
Right to the board.
Valentoni trying to keep a hold of the puck and stop it from exiting. 1 minute left to go. Shot saved by Lopez. Out for Valentoni. Valentoni chips it along. Finds Joey Mullen. Joey Mullen takes a hit as he tries to get the puck back. It's 21 for the Ramapo Roadrunners. Trying to take a shot. It's instead Jimmy Sparaccio linking up with Joey Mullen. Mullen's stick gets hauled down. He does. Valentoni, there was a little bit of stick moving.
Hit into the boards.
I know, right? There's Peoples. Try to link up with Sparaccio. Sparaccio.
This is bad. And it's
3 on 3. And it's in the netting with 23.7 left.
A lot of hockey left to be played. 2-1, 6 shots, 4 shots.
Well, the period's not over yet. We still have 20.7 seconds left. 2 periods left to play, and of course, a very short break for us between first and second. Settling into this one now, both teams have, as you can tell by the score of 2-1. Golden Wolves, the away team, so behind the 8 ball again today, but progress made from yesterday. He's able to notch a goal to tie it up. Just a top angle shot shelf on the power play is the killer of the scoreboard right now for the Golden Wolves. From behind the net with 5 seconds left, they're going to chip it on out, and they're going to get a buzzer. A solid 20 minutes there for the Wolves. Would you agree, AJ?
A great first period from the guys. I mean, you can't complain other than, you know, the one unfortunate shorthanded.
That was actually on the power play for them.
That was on the power play?
They're the home team.
Oh, no, yeah.
No, you're good, you're good. I know it's so confusing because we're on a neutral ice. But, yeah, no. So, you know, you have that, obviously, to consider. Anyways, the sharp angle shot was a bit challenging there for Carson Lopez. Gets right past him. That's why we said 2-1. But let's talk about that Logan Buki goal again. Obviously, we don't have a re-highlight of it. But, I mean, obviously, Reese Wilson to commit the 3-man breakout. And he's got 2 options. He goes straight to Buki or he go over to his man there. And instead, he chooses to go over to Joey Mullen. And as that happens, drives down the ice and able to rip one right past the tender. He does. He comes across. I mean, what's better than that?
Nothing. That was exactly where they needed to be. That was beautiful.
So with the second period coming up, but I think it's only a 1 minute. So I'm sorry for the confusion on that one. But What do they need to do in the second period to keep this game, number one, tight, and number two, take the lead? Obviously, one of the things is stay out of the box, of course, but other than that,
keep that pressure, keep fighting, keep chipping, keep taking the shots, keep getting it low when you need to, keep keeping it in. Same old, same old. That's just what they need to focus on, and they got it.
Hopefully we'll see the Golden Wolves commit themselves to the offensive zone a little bit more this time. They swapped ice. Almost an ice tilt of sorts. We hope it's an ice tilt for the Golden Wolves, but they'll send out Conabir, Juswick, Buki, Maurer, and Claycomb. Claycomb will send himself to center. As we get going here for the second period, puck drop coming right now.
Face-off win for the Wolves. Here they go.
Conabir is going to go back, and he's going to work and try with Juswick. Pass it over to Juswick. Juswick goes out along the boards, and I don't know what the heck the nail was for, but not called. A nail on Buki. That's legal hit if I ever saw it. And puck out of play. Watch your heads over there. It gets dicey with that puck.
A little bit of hail.
Yeah, right? You know, the forecast didn't call for pucks here today. I know it called for goals, but face-off upcoming. The Golden Wolves have an offensive zone chance here. If they can win it, it'll be Chris Claycomb to do it. Chris Claycomb, you can't ask for a better offensive taker for the face-offs. Instead, it'll be Ramapo winning it back. Logan Buki in stride. He's going to chip that one in, dump and run with it. Try to chase it down as Ben Maurer. Instead, it'll be Buki in stride to try to get a hold of it. Juswick keeps it on in, backhands it along. Finds Buki behind the net. Buki tries to center out front. Puck gets caught up there, so he can't find Claycomb. Has to go back to Juswick or into Claycomb. He goes to Juswick. Juswick around the boards. Finds Ben Maurer. Maurer unable to get to it, so it'll be Conabir. Conabir try to find a man in. Shot! Top shelf! Logan Buki! 2 for 2!
Right place at the right time. That's
Why
what it's all
not
about.
let it rip, baby? Why not?
Why not?
And as quickly as it was 2-1, it became 2-2.
2-2.
We'll take festivities back to center ice. The Golden Wolves now level with their competing Roadrunners. And if you thought the Roadrunners were going to run away with this one, well, so far today, doesn't seem to be the case.
Stopped in their tracks. That's what
Ciccarelli in stride to try to chase down that puck. It'll fall to the stick of Reese Wilson, who's going to quick play it along. Falls to Pilpel. Pilpel lays an open ice hit there. Vaughn Winter couldn't keep a hold. 2-on-1 back the other way, falling down. Shot! Oh, it goes wide of the net. What a save by Lopez. Wilson sends that one on out on a nice saucer. It's going to go down ice, cleared along. Ramapo is going to try to go back the other way with it. Reese Wilson collecting, sends it out, not able to be retrieved by Pilpel. And in the coach's bench there for Alvernia, you saw Coach Joe Borelli lifted his hand up there. Hey, it's in here. I got the souvenir. But we'll get reset, and it should be brought inside because I believe Ramapo was last touch. Face-off to be taken here. This one should be by Fergus. Yes, Fergus not able to win it, and that one's cleared on out. People's going to send it back in, offsides call. $18:20 left to go in the second. I'm sorry, they're bringing it outside, excuse me. They were taking it inside originally, so I don't know what was going on. Now Fergus was able to tie up his man there. Didn't win it, but it's a little bit better of a result for them. Back goes Bellantoni. It's a 3-on-2. Bellantoni in stride. He's going down speedily. Turns it around. Sends out Tigolelli. Oh, this is a net. A save by the defenseman. Peoples chips it along. Around the net, Fergus trying to chase down the Ramapo man and Shia Ciccarelli. You'll see those two work together. They're like the Hanson brothers. Peoples to Bellantoni. Bellantoni back to Peoples, playing tic-tac-toe with the puck there. A little bit of patty cake as well, I guess, if you want to choose your preferred game. Dom Garcia tries to bat that one down for his teammates. Couldn't quite do it. Ramapo goes back the other way. Ramapo in the zone, off the foot of Peoples and into the netting. Oh, they've opened up the luxury boxes.
Sir, we need to go. What's up with that?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, we have the net. We have the netting in the way then.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the netting.
I'd be a big fan of it until I see a puck coming towards me. Then I'd start to be a big fan of it.
Right? Well, it's a good thing I have you so I can put you in front of me. Juswick to collect the puck. Tries to backhand it. Ramapo trying to get towards the net. Dom Garcia looking for a clear. He's going to chip it on to Sparaccio. Sparaccio, oh, it goes loose. Joey Mullen, he's got Sparaccio in stride. Joey Mullen to Sparaccio, takes a deflection to the net, and stoppage coming.
Beautiful chance, but read by the defense, and he had a stick down right where.
And you think if Joey Mullen didn't slow down, might have been able to backhand that one over on a pass and go top shelf, but
focused on being humble, and you got to love that in a player. Sometimes you got to worry about your team before you worry about someone else.
yes. Face off, won by Sparaccio there, but Ramapo quick and tried to retake it. It's a 2-on-1. Conabier reads the defenseman. Nice save by Lopez. Shot coming in. Save by Lopez again. He read the traffic well, and stoppage as Lopez's mask comes loose. Man, I mean, he's had his hand slashed. He's had his mask come off. This guy's gone through trouble today.
This feels targeted.
My Lord. Not even targeted, but just an unlucky day for the goalie, of course. I mean, to lose the mask and have the hand slash in 2 periods, how often does that happen?
Right.
Of course, the slash wasn't a incidental penalty call. As Sparaccio goes in stride to try to retrieve the puck, it's back paddled. Dom Garcia sends it right on in for a dump and run. Trying to chase down the man now and keep it in. Oh, good keeping by Dom Garcia. Joey Mullen back paddling, finds Dom Garcia. Garcia changing the angle of attack, goes back again, looking for Joey Mullen. Joey Mullen on the opposite side. He's got Sparaccio in stride. Joey Mullen unable to keep a hold of it. The defenseman going down, Juswick to collect. Juswick sends it back in off the foot of Dom Garcia for an offsides, I presume. As well as also some extracurriculars between Joey Mullen and a 1 Ramapo 21. Ref's arm is up for changes. We'll go at center ice. Golden Wolves being outshot 9-5 currently, and yet the scoreboard reads even. What does that tell you about this game, Salio?
It shows you that the Bernie's holding it better, a little tighter.
Taking their chances in stride, something that they learned definitely last night after the Columbia game, and you can definitely tell they're playing a little bit better after the 3 weeks of rust got shaken off. Reese Wilson tries to keep that one in. Offsides call. Penalty upcoming. Is that a hooking? This is like the symbol. This is like the symbol he did. He went like.
This is hooking, right?
Yeah. What's this?
Oh no, this is check or slacks, right?
Yeah. What's this? Is that hook? What?
Maybe.
Oh well. Either way.
Hook is like that, isn't it?
Either way, Alvernia will have Torrey sitting for 2. Face-off won by the road-running Ramapo Roadrunners, who have been stalled out today. Oh, shot goes wide of the net. Roughing. Why didn't I pick up on the roughing? I don't know. Roadrunners now trying to run around the Alvernia defense here, unable to do so as an errant pass gets loose and cleared out of the zone. Probably for the best. 4 men had their sticks. Alvernia killed 30 seconds worth of the Ramapo power play. The penalty kill has been all right for today. They did allow the 1 goal, but 50% is not a bad start, all things considering. Oh, and a loose puck there, trying to regather for a shot. 79 does. He's trying to center for something. Goes to center. Cross pass over. Change the angle of attack here. Center shot coming in. Wide of the net. And that one goes way, way down. Send that 200 feet down. It's open season, baby. Open season probably up and coming very soon. If the Golden Wolves want to lay hits through the center ice, they definitely can. And there you go. Saw a little open season on Jimmy Sparaccio. Not the guy we want to see get open season, but we want to see it the other way around. Sparaccio still in possession of the puck. 4 sticks for Ramapo. Sparaccio driving that, goes cross ice. And a save by Ramapo. How do you make that one? That is inhuman. He goes to go to the splits, fall on top of it. Salio. What kind of a confidence booster is that for the opposition?
Oh, if that doesn't make you feel good, I don't know what will. That was a beautiful chance and a crazy save.
My Lord. Alvernia will get the consolation prize, an offensive zone face-off from that. The goal would have been preferable. This is just as good, as they almost had a short-handed marker, which... Let that be their 5th one of this year, if I'm not mistaken. Third or fourth, actually. Excuse me. They've had a couple. Ramapo trying to drive the net here.
Gets around him.
Shot goes wide. I think they're trying to change the angle of attack, potentially.
Looking for a man out in front.
Shot into the zone.
They've got a man out in
Pass.
front.
Oh, Lopez with the save. He held that net tight. A little bit of room there. It's a very tight angle if they want to take a shot.
Good
and Lopez freezing up there. Wise decision by him. And then talking over to Lopez there, obviously. Tell him how good he obviously did there. I mean, like, come on. Alvernia right now, their conversion every 3 shots. Ramapo every 5. These teams are as tight-locked as you could get. Face-off upcoming. It's Chris Claycomb, the center. He'll face off against 21. Not our Ben Maurer, but the opposition. Bellantoni to Hayden Peoples. Peoples goes along the board, sends that one on out to Buki. Buki couldn't quite retrieve it. So back into the zone for Bellantoni and Peoples. Bellantoni out to Maurer. Maurer trying to drive into the zone. He's going quickly. Chips that one along. Gets to the skates of Buki. Buki looking for a hat trick. Doesn't get there in time, though. Oh, whoa. What was that? That was a weird bounce. Goes Ramapo's way for a couple of seconds and trying to haul down Logan Buki. Not wise. He'll get right back up and make you pay. Shot coming in. Save. Loose puck. The Biscuit still in the offensive zone. Trying to clear it now. And something's blown here as they're definitely going to call Ramapo for something along there. I mean, there were so many hits there that you could have called. And they clipped 71. Definitely on the contact. Probably a cross-check, I'd assume. You saw the one from Buki. You know, the one behind the Buki end. You saw he gets right up and just goes right back at the net. He wants that hat trick.
That's how you got to be. That's the only way you're going to get it.
On Buki, his most recent hat trick, Game 1 against Rutgers. He had 5 goals in that series. He's been held off the board so far in the DVCHC's East Coast Showdown, but 2 goals for him today. He's making up for it. Buki from behind the net trying to operate. Alvernia wants a power play goal here. Trying to operate back out to Bellantoni potentially. Cross ice, centering for Bellantoni. Bellantoni to Buki. Buki to Bellantoni. Chipped off the stick though. Kept in play. Back out to lawn and Bellantoni's got the skate. It's a one-on-one. Lopez has to make an incredible save. Lopez! It was a mishandle!
He doesn't even shoot.
It was a mishandle,
That's
folks.
what we like to see. Make it easy on the tender.
That one shipped around the boards to Bellantoni. Bellantoni trying to find his way over to Claycomb. Claycomb is in. Claycomb wants some points for himself to Bellantoni. Bellantoni goes cross ice. Buki to Reese Wilson. Reese Wilson shot on net and has to collect the puck, freezing that one up. With 12:19 left to go, putting a challenge to the tender there. Goals today, Buki for Alvernia. The matinee revenge round matchup, obviously, this is. We saw Ramapo earlier this year during the other tournament, the Keystone Kickoff, as that face-off's won by Ramapo. Phil Juswick has just a few strides more of skating as 44 goes hard into the boards. You don't try to hit Phil Juswick because you're only hitting yourself. Ben Maurer entering the offensive zone. Back to Buki. Buki dekes around and on. 2, 3 players. Leaves the puck. Shot on net.
It's still out.
It's still loose for the Golden Wolves. Phil Juswick rips one from the line. Goes wide. Reese Wilson tries to put it in the back. And the net comes most of its moorings. And a save. My Lord, what a sequence.
It's clear where the pressure's coming from this side, from this game.
And this line is a unit. They definitely shaved off the rust from yesterday, as this line looks all new. Face off. Reese Wilson with the puck. Goes cross to Ben Maurer. Maurer, shot. On net, shot again. Still loose, shot. Oh, kept in though. Reese Wilson is going to rip this one from the line. Probably no, he goes over to Ben Maurer. Maurer rips one. It's deflected off. Maurer and Wilson have to go in stride to try to recollect the puck and stop this offensive zone push. Ramapo unable to get to it. Reese Wilson from behind the net chips it over to Ben Maurer. Maurer goes across to Buki. Buki lies in wait. Buki drives the net looking for the hat trick. Turns it on a dime. Keeps it for himself. Gets ready. Buki back to Maurer. Maurer into Buki. Buki shot across. Finds way to Wilson. Wilson. In it goes. Around the boards and collected by Ramapo. Ramapo sends it on out.
Back up. And it's in.
Sent on in for a dump and run. Just south of 11 minutes left to go.
Good
as
check.
Juswick takes the puck away from 92. Back paddling to Reese Wilson. Wilson sends that one along. 79 collecting. Shot. Deflected off the sides. Lopez got that with the pad in the glove and just able to send it out of the way. Juswick able to clear. Send it on down. Brendan Fergus goes and tries to play quickly. Cleared by the goaltender. That one collected up. It's Brian Pilpel. Pilpel sent it on in behind the net. They try to go to collect it. The Golden Wolves do. Ciccarelli pins his man along the boards. Pilpel trying to knock that one loose. There is nothing there. As that one's knocked loose, Ciccarelli goes back the other way. He's got Ferguson stride with him. Fergus. Ciccarelli shot to the net. Saved by the tender. And you have to think the passing option might have been the better of the two, but you don't blame him for taking the shot there. Going up 3-2 would be big for the Golden Wolves. They haven't had the lead yet this game, but they've tied it up twice. Your game should fall.
It's crazy.
You'll get it in intermission.
Damn.
Face off, won by the Golden Wolves, it looks like. Behind the boards, it stays. Joey Mullen has to go back in and try to retrieve it. Oh, what a hit. What a hit by Joey Mullen. My Lord. I would not want to be on the receiving end of that. Now Ramapo tries to drive the net after the hit. Bellantoni attempting to rob the puck for the Golden Wolves. Goes to Spiraccio. Spiraccio. Down ice he works. Across to Dom Garcia off the skate a little bit too hard there. And it's out of their reach for the Golden Wolves. Another hit laid by, I think that's Spiraccio this time. Spiraccio gets hit. My Lord, it is a hit fest out there. They're playing Hitman, and they're calling something as entangled are Garcia and a Ramapo Roadrunner. Spiraccio will assume Dom Garcia will assume, There will be matching minors, I assume, 2-2. As Garcia takes a seat, and so does Ramapo's own 21. He's been a culprit for the box a couple times today. I assume we'll either see two minutes up on the boards or 5-minute fightings. We'll see what they put up. 2 minutes each, yep. 4-on-4 play will ensue. A little bit more open ice for the Golden Wolves, possibly. That puck's crossed over to Bellantoni it goes. Bellantoni to Joey Mullen. Joey Mullen. Spiraccio tries to keep a hold, finds Mullen on the inside. Mullen unable to get a hold. Spiraccio Cross ice to Bellantoni. Bellantoni shot on net. Saved by the tender. And shot it a little bit too central. Should have gone to one of the corners, in my opinion. But
5 was wide open. I would have shot 5. I would have shot 5. Unless...
Either way,
see how he falls. So.
little less than 30 seconds off the board. 25 for the Matching Miners. 8:45 left in the the period. Before we get to our first and only intermission, if you could believe it. I know, right? Joey Mullen at center. He is unable to win the faceoff. He gets tangled up, though. Bellantoni keeping the puck in. Bellantoni unable to backhandle it to Joey Mullen, so it's out. It's Hayden Peoples. Joey Mullen trying to wait for Ramapo to potentially make a mistake here. Trying to hunt down 92. 92 for Ramapo, trying to set up. Shot! It goes wide of the cage and off the boards. Ramapo's doing a better job, in my opinion, so far on the offensive push here with the extra ice room. Hayden Peoples is going to get a break for Alvernia. Goes cross pass to Sparaccio. Sparaccio looks to go right down Broad Street again. Shot! Glove down by the tender. And the patience and the reaction is what makes that one work. 54 seconds left on the Matching Miners. About 8 left to go in the period. I mean, Salio, if you're the Golden Wolves right now, like, what would you be doing or changing, or is what they're doing right now, is that a working plan?
I mean, it's definitely working. I mean, the score is essentially 0-0. You know, you got to keep the pressure on and keep playing smart.
As that shot to the chest.
Keep playing smart, keep the pressure on, keep getting your guys where you need to be, and don't make any stupid decisions.
You heard right there from AJ Salio, who's joining me today on the broadcast, and hopefully tomorrow. We hope he can be with us for quite a few more broadcasts this year.
Definitely.
As Chris Claycomb tries to turn on a dime and get a hold of that one. Ramapo trying to get out of the zone now. Chipped along, it goes to Conabiers, trying to knock it off the stick. He was semi-successful, trying to form a defense with 22 seconds before we go back to 5-on-5 play. Shot coming in! No dice for the Roadrunners. Pinning one Roadrunner along the boards, getting the other. Shot, nice save by Lopez. My Lord, the extension of the pads. Out to Buki there, nearly had it. I mean, what the heck was Buki doing? I'm saying that in a positive way. That was simply shifty. Juswick chips it on out, finds Maurer. Maurer's going to send it right on into the net, and it's batted aside by the tender. He uses the catching mitt for that one in particular. Sent back in for Juswick. Juswick trying to go up ice with it to find Buki. No dice. They're trying to just find Buki at this point. He's been a very big bright spot for the Golden Wolves so far. As Juswick turns that one on a dime, finds his way to Conabier. Conabier over the heads of Ramapo. Buki goes back for it. Buki and isn't able to beat out the icing, so we'll go back the other way for it. Would like to point out something. So remember that defense we were talking about on the first goal of the game that Buki scored? That's Conabier's first collegiate point.
There we go.
I mean, what a tied game. Might as well add that to the list of stuff that you can celebrate today. Conabier's first point. He's been waiting a long time for that. We're just waiting on his first goal now, right?
Yes.
But such an amazing player when you see him. He's out there right now, of course. Such an amazing player when it comes down to being a defensive fundamentalist. He can really read each player and their game. As that one's chipped along to Buki. Buki trying to get through, and when you're facing players front, back, and center trying to shove you off, there's nothing you can do. Buki did all he could. Conabier.
With the trick him out, moving it back.
Yeah, right?
Back to the D.
And Alvernia's taking the shot lead as that goes in the benches. Face-off should come to the inside, I would assume. Shots now led by Alvernia. I mean, such a contrast when this game started, right?
Definitely. Definitely seeing a little bit of an energy drop from Ramapo here.
Bingo.
And that's
That happens when you don't have the intermission breaks, of course, because your bench mess. You have to get the bench message, and then you have to go. We'll have an intermission break in just about 6 minutes. They'll cut the ice for these crews. That could be another reason for some of the lack of faster play going on from the beginning of the game is cut ice, but we stand tied as it is, and the Golden Wolves will take it.
Scary opportunity right there. But
I'll say.
no one was there for it.
Even scarier now, Brian Pilpel goes back the other way. Pilpel shoots it. Off the pads it goes. Nice save.
Around the boards now is getting right into center ice. Ramapo has it, moving it up. Adequately staffed. Here we go.
Shot.
Big
Nice
shot,
save.
Big stick save. Around. Here we have Ramapo with it back behind the net. Out in front. Nobody there. Shot. Missed. Went wide. Here we go.
Von Winter to collect. Winter try to chip it along. It stays just inside. Got it down. Ramapo player splits on the way out. Fergus carrying up ice with Pilpel. Pilpel has to go and try to collect. Out of the zone it goes. Von Winter is going to shoot it towards the net. Gets it on in. He's going to dump and run. Get Alvernia some line changes here. That'll bring out the Reese Wilson group. That'll include Dom Garcia, Jimmy Sparaccio, I would assume, and Joey Mullen. From behind the net, John Bellantoni backhandling that one. Mullen and Sparaccio. Dom Garcia trying to link up with Sparaccio. Sparaccio through center ice. Sparaccio and Mullen. Mullen and Garcia. Shot coming in! Deflected off the stick there. Able to get the stick in the way and just kind of set it out of play. Or not out of play, but out of the danger zone. Trying to link up. Shot coming in. Nice save by Lopez.
Make it easy for him. You can just sit on that one.
And Lopez does not look like he was a man earlier in the game who had his wrist slashed.
Absolutely not. Phenomenal playing by him.
Send Garcia to center, they will. He's faced off by Ramapo's 21. Face off won by Ramapo. Not unusual in this game so far. But whenever Ramapo has had a response, Alvernia has countered in kind. Nice glove save by Lopez. And, you know, when you see Carson Lopez in net, he just looks really calm. Looks like he's having a lot of fun. That's what I like about seeing him in net. The way that he just has approach and methodology to goalie, he's not overly worried. And I think that can get in, you know, goaltenders' heads sometimes. Garcia to center. He'll face off against 21 again. Or, sorry, 91, excuse me.
Ramapo all over the place. Here he is, his man at the
Sparaccio going down ice now. He's trying to work in stride. Finds his way to Mullen. Mullen trying to shove him off the puck. It's Bellantoni with it. Bellantoni with space and time and room. Ready to take a shot. Potentially shot coming on through. Blocked in. Joey Mullen to collect. Mullen turns it. Getting rid of the puck. It's Sparaccio. Sparaccio over. Mullen takes a shot. Nice save. Mullen again. Drags it along. No. He's trying to wrap around. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, pandemonium. And I think Ramapo's able to make the save. 3:38.
Binoculars. What is happening right now?
I know, right? 3:38 left, and what the heck was that sequence? Alvernia nearly had 3 times to cash in, and staunch on the defense was the tender for all 3.
And this just shows how our shots are so high, because when we get the chance, we shoot.
Well, the shot count is pretty even, stands at 18-15. Your guest team, Alvernia Golden Wolves, leading it. Garcia will set for 2, and that will bring the face-off to the other end. Alvernia will have to kill another power play. None too pleased by the result of the call, but the call is the call. Alvernia setting out their lines to prepare for this one. It'll be Fergus, Ciccarelli, Bellantoni, and Peoples. Needing final instructions. Joe Morelli, the coach, really wants to get his proper lines out there. Puck drop, 1 out by Ramapo. Shot coming in, wide of the cage. Bellantoni. That one goes out of play. Nice catch. And that was Landon Sandstad who made the catch. Unfortunately, not Landon Sand sending the puck out. Would have been awesome if that was the case. Either way, face-off in the offensive zone for Ramapo, the defensive zone for Alvernia. Picked up by Alvernia. Fergus is going to send that one way out. And, you know, Fergus is probably one of the best defensive penalty killers on this team. He is such a fundamentalist. He understands the game. He's not trying to be too fancy or go and be a hero. Fergus through center, keeping up with his man. Everyone's being marked. Shot coming in. Save. And Fergus once again saying it 200 feet down the pond. Down ice. Quickly working. Ramapo trying to link up around the boards. Instead, they're going to find Fergus waiting and shipping that puck out off 2-6 coming together there. It canceled the play out pretty much. The opposite 92, not Dom Garcia. He's currently in the penalty box sitting. Shot, saved. People's on top of the puck there trying to keep a hold. And Peoples looks to be in pain. He had a stick like literally shoved into him. And that's not fair to any man. People's getting up. I mean, he's holding that chest in pain. Oh, my Lord. That's not a beautiful sight to see, having yourself jabbed with a stick. We'll wait for him to gather himself and get up for him. Oh, my God. Good on you, Peeps. Way to take that. I mean, tanked it like a man to get the whistle and, of course, stop the action, get his team a little bit of a breather. To center Sparaccio, the second power play unit deployed. It'll be Mark Torrey, Phil Juswick, Reese Wilson, and Jimmy Sparaccio with 40 seconds left on the penalty kill. So with the second penalty kill unit out there, they're going to have to bear a lot of work here after Reese Wilson unfortunately had to go off for a bit. I'm sure he'll be back out in a shift or so. Ramapo trying to set up in the zone. Offsides, they're going to blow that one down. He skidded the line just a little bit too much.
Simplify again, guys.
And Alvernia will take it. They will deploy the Buki and Maurer in hopes of potentially running down ice and going shorthanded. They have 16 seconds left here to kill. Maurer at center. They hold the face-off off for a second, and they're going to change. And 91-21 has to be backed up, yeah. Love it when we get to hear the refs, right? Trying to center for a shot. No dice. Shot coming in. Saved by Lopez. Saved again, my Lord. And that one's going to get cleared way down the pond. Dom Garcia comes out of the box. Offensive zone. Trying to cross out front. No dice. Ben Maurer with 1:25 left. Nailed against the boards there, and he got plastered. Shot coming in, saved by Lopez. That puck's loose. Save again. Buki collecting up. Buki chips it along, trying to find Maurer. It's going to go a little bit too far, and Ramapo's going to clear this one out. Finds 91. 91's got shot coming in, saved by Lopez. Last minute here to go. Juswick trying to center. Oh! And behind the net they go. Out front for a wide angle shot. 3-2.
You'd hate to see it. You hate to see it.
51.3 left. The Fergus-Ciccarelli line will finish things off here.
Still got time. Keep your head up.
This game definitely within reach, and we'll see a third period that probably runs on regular clock as Fergus tries to go in, trying to cross over there for something.
Lots of contact.
Lots of heavy contact here late in the period. You're absolutely right.
I'm just waiting for him to drop.
Well, they won't. Drops normally lead to suspensions in this league, funny enough. Shot, Lopez save.
Quick with it.
Good thought. But with 27.5 left, you figure one team's going to get a chance to go, the other team not so much. So if Alvernia's able to get this one out, they definitely can make something happen. Quickly down ice they go. Ciccarelli knocked off the puck there. 12 left to go. Maybe one shot for Alvernia trying to cross over. Bellatoni rips one. Saved, and that should just about do it for this period. Ice cut up coming. Shot late on the bell. And whoa. We can't be having that after the whistle. Perhaps a little bit more to sort out here before all is said and done. And potentially a penalty to start the third. We'll see how they sort this one out. Would love to know if they called something on that or not. I would assume no, but...
And to remind you, please feel free to visit our 2 snack bars and pick up something either warm or cold.
Somebody please grab a beer.
Look at this crew. Hold up. I gotta get down. Look at this crew. I'm having Joe Ciccarelli here today, breaking my boy AJ Salio. You ready for the initiation?
I'm ready.
Oh, this poor kid is in trouble. So what you got for me, Big Ben?
Well, not the ending of the second period I think we all wanted to see, but the Golden Wolves are keeping up a lot better than they were yesterday with Columbia, and, hemming that offense is Buki. I love to see Conabir on that offensive move. He's getting more involved now. His pass back, obviously we had Reese come out of the zone in the first period to get that first goal, drive it over to Conabir, and I just love the way they're passing. It's a little bit crisper and a little bit better than yesterday, and it seems like they're back in tempo. So I'm loving that from them. They responded very well every time that Ramapo has scored against them, and this game looks a lot more manageable than we had at the yesterday competition. That being said, they have to stay out of the box, and also they got to be mindful of that traffic in front of the net. They can't allow it to get too heavy. AJ, I want your thoughts on this. Obviously, we had the Carson Lopez being the standalone tall man in net for this whole time. I mean, he has hand slashed, helmet coming off. Not a lot going right for him in those regards today, but
He's holding it together though. Only one behind. So we just need to see that energy. We just need to keep that. Just keep it going. Keep it building. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a completely different game than yesterday. The 2-week rust that we had showed a little bit, and I mean, not the kid's fault. It's just, like I said, when you're not playing games, you're not, touching pucks, you're not skating as hard as you used to and everything. Today's a completely different game. You can see it in the kids. You can see it in everybody right now. I think everybody's on their game. I think everybody's playing their heart out right now. It's a great game to watch. And this is probably so far this year our most even competition.
besides maybe Lehigh,
I was going to say
right?
nothing against your Lehigh game, but I mean, we played these guys to a 3-1 loss last time with an empty netter. It could be the same thing right now. This could be a 4-2 game. It's going to switch either way at this point. Next goal is going to be the one that wins it. Whoever scores next, that's who wins this game.
Obviously, with only one more period left, and finally these teams getting themselves a little bit of rest, I apologize. These benches are terrible for my camera, so I look really weird. But
no, you look fantastic.
Anyways, with that in mind, maybe we see a Buki hat trick today or someone else trying to break in, but we need to see a little bit more action from some other players trying to take some shots. And we saw it from the Brendan Fergus group. Brendan Fergus, Nate Ciccarelli, and Brian Pilpel. When Fergus and Ciccarelli enter the zone, they are a dual threat. Reminds me of the Hanson brothers.
No, they're not that tough.
No, but the skating, oh my lord, they skate in stride like nobody else.
You know, we need to capitalize on the power play. We've had our chances. We're just not putting it behind, in the net. It happens, like I said, we faced a hot goalie yesterday. This goalie's playing very well. We have our chances. It's just a matter of we need to put a couple in now.
Salio, your thoughts on the third period and keys to victory ultimately?
I mean, we'll just keep seeing the same what we're seeing. We're just going to keep adding more shots, keep that pressure on. I mean, yeah.
Well, you're very verbose today. That's great, BJ.
BJ, wow.
So anyway, I think, like I said, this is a great game to watch. Everybody should be, anybody who's an Alvernia fan should be thrilled with the game that they're watching right now. And like I said, we got one more period to pull this one off. So fingers crossed, we should do well. Hi to the Ciccarellis who are watching from, Long Island right now. And
any from Ottawa?
Maybe not today, but soon enough. So good luck, guys. I'll catch up with you later.
Thank you. That was, hold up, I stepped back a little bit. So I just get a camera. That was Joe Ciccarelli breaking to my boy AJ Salio over here. Salio, how are you feeling day one? It's your first ever game here with me.
I mean, pretty good. I'm enjoying the energy we got.
I haven't scared you off?
No.
That's a shocker. No. I have that effect on people.
Yeah, no, it's been a great game. Super entertaining. Edge of your seat the whole game. You really don't know which way it's going. You think one thing, and then 2 minutes later, it's the completely opposite.
And, we were talking about obviously being tied at the end there. Like, I don't think any of us thought there was going to be another goal scored.
Yeah,
Carson Lopez remained well in that end. So far, this game has been about as even as it comes. Like, you're not going to see a better game than this one probably on the year. And the fact that they're able to keep up with Ramapo goes to show that we can keep up with these D2 teams. It's going to take a little bit of work. But that's all I think we have for this, right? Unless you have any final thoughts.
I mean, we got that connection. People are staying aggressive. We have that contact. People are keeping their sticks on each other. We're keeping our aggression on each other, and that's the key. You just keep pushing. They'll give, and then they'll just crack.
I think Joe Ciccarelli said it best. Power play capitalization. We've had 3 of them. 3?
Yeah, about.
Because 2 were 4-on-4s, right? Okay. 3 power plays. I have to check my numbers. Obviously, we need a stat man. We really do. But
let us know if you want to be stat.
Yeah, right. Let us know if you want to be a stat person. Just DM no. But with that being said, the Golden Wolves need to put one in the back of the net on a power play here and there, and that just hasn't been happening recently. Once again, with the caliber of competition, I'm expecting them to play very well on the penalty kill, and the Golden Wolves have done well as too. Ramapo had the 1 goal on the power play, but you know what? That's expected. The Golden Wolves are keeping up with them, so we will join you back in the third period. Unless, AJ, you have any final thoughts on this?
We're ready. I'm ready for this third period.
Carson Lopez will stand tall in that. Logan Buki might get a hat trick, and Ferguson, Ciccarelli, Sparaccio, and Dom Garcia trying to break their lines in for a really big offensive punch to this Ramapo team. But we'll catch you once all is said and done. We'll see you in the third period. We'll get a couple of stretches in, and then we'll get back for some third period action. The bench boss is giving their lines a rest here for a little. Finally got one. The sole scorer here today, though, Logan Buki. Face-off coming up real quick. Chris Claycomb going back to quick talk to the ref there just to get the net sorted out. Must be a soft spot, but you know, you don't want your goalie falling through the ice. So we'll have a delayed face-off for the time being while they make sure that side of the net area is safe for a tender to stand upon, obviously.
And we're back.
I've been back.
And now I'm back.
You're the vending machine?
Yeah. I need to get a drink. I haven't had a drink all day. I feel like I should have
You could have gone to the bar. Either way, Alvernia breaking out. In comes Logan Buki. Buki shot, top shelf. Goes just too high. He was looking, though. Back the other way they drive. Bellantoni drawing the icing. And
quick with the aggression already.
yeah, I'm about to say, that's one way to start a period, right?
Uh-huh. And that's what we need to see, third period down one.
Hopefully that's the only thing we're down this third period. Face-off taken by Claycomb here. Chris Claycomb not able to win it. Instead, it'll be number 7 for Ramapo, back the other way. Being hounded by Ben Maurer. Maurer wasn't able to keep it in, so it'll go back for Bellantoni. No icing call on the puck as Alvernia had contact with it in between, so it was a nice clear. No penalties called on the post-period festivities that happened after the whistle during the second. So we stand here as the Ramapo Roadrunners are trying to run away with this game here a little bit. Run away with the win, that is. Buki trying to drive it up for a hat trick here. Gets it poked away from him, and it's sticked on out, kept in. Nobody read it, though, so they all vacated the zone. Bellantoni turns on a dime. He's going to drive into the zone here now. Bellantoni chips it along, finds its way over to Buki. Buki back to Claycomb. Claycomb at centering. Shot over to Bellantoni, gets sticked along the way. Couldn't quite keep it in. It'll be Conabier's job now to set it back in and get his line of change.
Quick swap for the guys.
Buki still out there trying to power through and get his line goal. It'll be the third goal at that line scores if he does. Shot, and back of the net they go.
Minor setback, 18 minutes left. The aggression is there, they just need to make the net fly. That's what we're missing right now.
Down by 2, 18 left to go. Brendan Fergus at center wins it away. Finds way to Conabier. Conabier chips it on in.
Assisted by number 19, number 138 in the third period.
At his feet, and he
One
picks it
by
up.
Pilpel.
To
Pilpel
the
goes
point.
back
Let's
center.
see it.
Jeswick shot going on
Off
through.
the stick. Here we go.
Chipped on
It's
out.
around. Can we keep it? No, we cannot, but we still got it back in.
Unfortunately, cleared and dumped away. Unable to keep a hold. Whoa, Ciccarelli outskated his own defensive play there. Conabeer has to glide back and win this one. He's able to win it out.
Around.
And it would be icing if Pilpel wasn't so quick. Shot onto the net, and they have to corral it. Saved by the tender. With 17 and a half left to go, the Golden Wolves now down by 2.
Sure to be interesting.
Pull up your phone and check to see if the stream's still running. Just because I'm worried.
Definitely is.
Yeah. Well, I'm having viewers flip off, that's why. Face off won by Claycomb there. Garcia got in the way to stick it away from any Ramapo players. Kept on in. Shot for net. Reese Wilson saved.
I just pulled it.
Is it on delay though? Because sometimes it.
Well, there's always that.
Face off won by, because I have an occasion where there's so Vaughn Winter with the puck. I'll tell you why I asked that. And to clear it out is Ramapo.
Picked up.
It's
And it's at her
Dom
feet.
Garcia to try to collect.
Keeps
Kept
it
on in.
Beautiful hand.
Down for
Where is it?
Dom Garcia. Oh, popped up and nearly behind the net. My Lord. One of those saves earlier
Looking
from
for someone
Carson
from
Lopez.
the point. Let's see something.
Shot coming on
Wow.
through, deflected along the way.
The boys are
Kept in
chipping
by
it.
Sparaccio.
Keep getting it to
Sparaccio
them.
unable to keep a hold and find Garcia, so that puck will get cleared out to neutral ice. Passed along in, finds its way to, whoa, Joey Mullen. Ramapo couldn't quite keep a hold of it, and they can't keep a hold of it there
Good
as
stick.
Jimmy Sparaccio gets in the way of that one. Jimmy Sparaccio trying to center out for Joey Mullen. Mullen lays a hit. Mullen entangled with number 91.
Good
Alvernia
keep.
trying to keep the puck in play in the zone, and Reese Wilson has to go to Vaughn Winter. Winter has to quick clear it out along. Pinning him along the boards. Trying to drive the net. Shot coming in, and a goal.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Within the last 4 minutes, the Roadrunners have started to run away with it a little bit here. Having scored 2 goals, although there is a penalty against them.
Another chance for a power play.
Funny, they haven't changed the scoreboard yet. Sweet. Okay, I'm about to say, was the goal disallowed? I'm like, I don't know why. 2 minutes for the Golden Wolves to make magic happen on the power play.
Scored by number 91, unassisted, time to goal, 4 minutes.
Holy crap, that's a new voice. Bellantoni, down ice he goes. Working in stride, trying to drive the net. He's trying to wrap around. Bellantoni has to look out to the center. Goes in, trying to find Maurer. Maurer backhands that one to Buki. Buki tries to go backhand to Maurer again. Maurer, that one gets chipped up and along. Bellantoni tried to keep it in, no dice. Back goes Reese Wilson. Almost 5 minutes through in the third. 1:20 left on the power play for the Golden Wolves. Down ice, Claycomb to Buki. Buki trying to cross over. Still on side. Bellantoni chips it back to Reese Wilson. Wilson shoots it on through, goes wide of the net.
Use those points. We got
Maurer.
it. We need to hit it.
Over Buki. Buki to Wilson. Wilson takes a shot on through. Buki gloves it down. Keeps it for himself. It's loose. Oh, couldn't quite jam it home. It's Bellantoni trying to keep a hold of it, and the Wolves are putting pressure on now. Buki skidded the line, shot on through, goes wide of the net. Reese Wilson, crossover to Bellantoni. Bellantoni shot! Wide of the cage again.
Next one's the one.
Pulled in by Buki. Buki trying to set up Bellantoni again. Bellantoni rips one.
Big shot.
It's
big
loose,
pad
it's loose,
save.
it's loose. Someone get to it. Bellantoni to Maurer. Maurer, shot on net,
The
wide of
shots
the
are
cage.
all over the place right now.
Maurer again. This line's got to be getting tired. Shot. Reese Wilson again. Wilson to Bellantoni. Bellantoni crossover to Maurer. Maurer waits. Shoots it on through. Goes wide of the cage. Bellantoni corrals it, but can't keep it in. Goes on out. Sends it back the other way. 13:59 left to go. Alvernia had essentially a 2-minute shift in the offensive zone. Entering at the same time there. Now Ramapo with the chance to clear the puck. Conabier in the way of that one. Juswick to collect. Shot. Lopez save. And that puck goes out of play.
A lot of good shots, a lot of good pressure to keep it on.
And a hat trick's worth of goals needed in the next 13 if Alvernia wants to keep this game tied. One player already close to a hat trick, that's Logan Buki with his own 2 of the day. Ramapo gets that one out of the zone. Alvernia fails to convert on the power play, but my lord, they had quite a shift. Conabier in stride with the puck, trying to go north with offense. Pulled out of the air there. Somebody has heat seeker on. But somebody had one eye. Or was it? What's the NHL thing? Is it all seeing eye? Like, what's it called? Oh, I'm trying to remember now. It's the one with the eye that has like the target on it. I don't know. It'll come to me. I'm trying to remember NHL like X Factor and power play ability. Face off taken there by Brian Pilpel. From behind that goes Ramapo. Ramapo. It's a point. Trying to take a shot on net. Goes wide of the cage. Across it goes. Finds Nate Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli sends that puck around. Finds way to Ben Maurer. Maurer. To Pilpel. Pilpel. Gets hit along the way. Shot goes wide of the cage. Collected by Juswick, who takes a shot towards the net. Pilpel collecting up, sends it for Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli tries to net it. No dice. Kept by Pilpel. Pilpel to Juswick. Juswick shot on through. Blocked by the 4 players that were waiting out in front of the cage. Sent around the boards. Collected, though, by Juswick on the outside. Now saw the offense out. And Pilpel working around the boards now, trying to get it out. His stick got caught up. He's in the offensive zone. Pilpel on through. Conabier tried to keep it. It'll be Hayden Peoples to send it for Conabier. Conabier in possession. Trying to get it loose for Dom Garcia. Garcia couldn't get really far there, so stalled out he is. Peoples chips it along the boards. Finds its way over to Ramapo zone 24. Down ice goes 91. 91 shot for Ramapo. Saved by Lopez. Shot again. Saved. Saved again. Oh, my Lord. And Lopez able to freeze that one up. My Lord, what the heck was that sequence?
Hell of a game.
Make that a highlight reel. Change is made. We'll get a face-off. That face-off won by Dom Garcia. Not for long, though. It's pulled away from him. Mullen to Bellantoni, or Peoples, excuse me, not Mullen. Mullen's waiting on the outside. Either way, it's Jimmy Sparacchio back the other way. Jimmy Sparacchio with speed, trying to go down Broad Street again. You say windmill, Deke?
That's what it looked like he was trying to do.
I mean, hey, look. If it works, right? Bellantoni with just a little more than 10 left to play. Back to Sparacchio. Sparacchio through the legs. Oh, couldn't quite drag it. Peoples takes a shot. Goes behind the net after deflection. Goes back the other way. Icing the call. Waved off. Too slow, Alvernia was. Out in front, Lopez with an incredible save there. Up close and personal. He had to get with that one. Shot behind the boards. Missed the puck along the way. Did, it looks to be Joey Mullen. Hayden Peoples chips that one along. That one skids down ice. Cleared out by the Ramapo defense. And is that Keith Waldron trying to keep it on in? Wow. All right, well, Keith. And now it's Roman Carpenter trying to keep them off that puck. Von Winter shot on through. Was trying for his first goal of the season, I believe. And the whistle's blown there. There's definitely something getting called here among all that action. And it looks like there's going to be a cross-check to Ramapo. Alvernia has another power play to try to capitalize.
Judging by the way the last power play went, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something go in the net here.
We should hopefully see something go in the net, especially if we want to claw back. Right now, Alvernia needs to score a goal every 3 minutes if they want to tie this up. Play center. Wilson trying to get a hold of it, goes around the boards to Bellantoni, keeps it on in. It's chipped on out, unfortunately. And Maurer. And I guess Bellantoni will sit for a tripping. That call seems kind of embarrassing, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what they called Bellantoni for. It didn't look like anything malicious on the ice worth calling.
I didn't see anything.
So I'm kind of confused by the refs' calls here. Of course, they saw something that we definitely didn't, but I can only wonder what that is. Hello, darkness, my old friend. What is going on? Is it like a time?
Breaking Bad with Breaking Bad.
Is it a time problem? Like are they trying to set the clock?
It might have ran while they called.
Oh.
And I think they talked to time guy.
That would make sense.
Yeah, there we go.
I was trying to figure out what was going on there. That was
not much communication.
4-on-4 for a minute 47, and Alvernia's going to have to do this now without a power play. And my God, Logan Buki, down ice he goes. Chose the wrong route, unfortunately, but he's in front of the net. The puck is still loose. Shot it on and frozen up by the tender there. My camera moved a little bit too slow on that one. My apologies. Face off. Maurer shot on net. by Buki. He was looking for the hat trick. Chipped along the way. Finds way to Maurer again. Out it goes. Finds way to Buki. Buki cross ice to Conabeer. Conabeer looking to go inside for Maurer. Maurer from behind the net trying to operate. The unit looks for a passing lane now. And Maurer loses the puck. Held on to it a little bit too long there for my liking. Ramapo's going to come out with this one. Ramapo trying to cross over. 8:52 left. Shot. Saved by the bell there. That was Carson Lopez. Logan Buki in stride. Gets around one defender. Not the next, though. And it's kept on. Or sorry, it's out now. Almost kept in. With 8.5 left to go. Alvernia down by 3 and 4-on-4 for another 44 seconds.
2 minutes left on the penalty, 10-28.
Around the boards to Juswick. Juswick to Conabeer. Conabeer trying to break out. Conabeer through center ice. Gets laid out along the way, though. And unfortunately isn't able to continue possession. Buki keeps it on in. Nice possession. Leaves it for Maurer. Maurer tried to go back for someone. It got blocked along the way, and scoreboard's twigging out on me, so I have no clue what the shots or anything else is. 7:40 left to go. Shot on out there. All the way down.
Had it away.
Cleared down for Ciccarelli, who got it on through.
He makes it.
Fergus enters through the
Dropping it
offensive
back.
zone, leaves it behind for Bellantoni. Bellantoni shot. Gets mocked, and they're going to blow the whistle most
Here we
definitely.
go. What's going on down
There's
here?
some action between Joe and Bellantoni there. Revenge
Fresh
round.
out the box, and he's going back.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the time clock here.
what's going on with any of that clock? That clock should read like 7:30,
We are going on a running clock, it seems.
right?
Clock is still going down as we speak.
We'll be just a second, folks. It's a scoreboard malfunction. It happens.
Does it really?
Apparently, scoreboard malfunction. Here we go. Period 8.
This is why we need to get those really expensive ones with the graphics and stuff.
Right. With the screen, show the players.
Right? We should have 2 right there that show who's on the ice at all times. One for each team. Oh, there we go. We're back.
Go. If only the board looked a little different, maybe I'd be clapping.
Right? I want to see who's on the ice. I want to see their picture. Right? I want to feel like I'm at Capital One Arena when Ethan Frank is out on the ice. No, but this stuff happens. It's weird, right? Because obviously the controls for that board are so odd. It's like you're on a laptop and you just have to type in the number and it'll
it's
show up on the
remote.
board. Yeah. So play will come back to center after that whole sequence.
7:35 back on the clock.
They aren't going to call. They aren't going to call anything on Bellantoni there. So, or his opposition that he's trying to tassel with. Shot on through. Nice save by Carson Lopez. Gloved it down there. Changes being called for. Nobody. No takers.
To the point.
Shot coming out through. Whoa. Back goes Fergus nearly trying to spring him. It'll be Brian Pilpel trying to spring Fergus now. Fergus on through. They have to quick clear it. Aaron clear as that's going to be offsides. Questionable offsides, but an offsides on
7 minutes. Can the guys do it?
Yeah, right. Score a goal now every 2 minutes.
Not impossible.
No. 2 minutes, 22 seconds.
A lot can happen in 2 minutes.
A lot can happen every 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
Exactly. Up around the boards. Here he goes, picking it up.
Fergus
in center.
chipped it
Dumping
on
back
out.
down. Goalie has behind the net. Here comes people back.
Pilpel trying to get a hold of it. It'll be Fergus who gets it loose.
Around and back to center ice.
Ramapo trying to collect along their own boards in the
Looking
defensive
for a
zone. Pass stretch down the ice. This one, just enough not to be an icing because they were right on that red line.
Wolves with the
Good
behind
awareness. Bellantoni's going to lift that one out.
net. Dump. Picked up, and it's a loss behind him. Here he goes, picking it back up. moving it along the
Bellantoni on
boards.
through. Here
Looking
comes
for someone in
Bellantoni.
center.
Oh, my Lord. Bellantoni finds the man center. Jimmy Spraccio. Jimmy Spraccio turning on a dime. Sends over to Bellantoni. Bellantoni trying to
Back up
cross
the
out.
point. Let's see
Volleyball and
Big
shot.
shot. And it's
Oh!
deflected from the goalie. Picked back up by Ramapo, and they're moving it up the boards.
Ramapo down ice they
2-on-1.
go. Here comes Joey Mullen. Joey Mullen saucers that one over to
With the hand.
Spraccio. Spraccio on through.
Let's see
Spraccio gets
something.
knocked off. Tom Garcia, who lays out a Ramapo player for Jimmy Spraccio. And around the
Pinned up.
boards, trying to get it out now. No, says Conabier.
Picked up. Let's see something.
Shot on through.
Big
Nice
shot, and
save.
it's a
Shoved from behind by Spraccio and a lot of pushing and shoving.
We need to see more of that while the clock is running.
And the refs are done with these antics. And I don't quite blame them. Conabier, Juswick, Buki, Maurer, and Claycomb with 5.5 left
a lot
in
riding
this
on these
third
guys'
period.
sticks.
This line has both goals today.
Let's see another. Back to Boogie. Let's see something.
Buki tries to shoot on net. It was soft, couldn't quite get it there.
Buki picking it back up. He has his point.
Buki
And he's pinned against the boards. It's moving up.
trying
Ramapo has
to
it.
Ramapo now trying to glide down ice, going north for some offense potentially. It's 46 trying to hem the Alvernia Golden Wolves in. Chipped along the boards. Conabier knocks him off the puck. Conabier trying to get it loose from the scrum board. It's Claycomb now chipping along. Claycomb repossesses only for a second. Goes off the stick a little bit too hard there. Shot on net. It goes wide of the cage though. Buki was trying to possess along the way. Juswick trying to keep a hold of the puck, or get a hold of it, I should say. Shot coming out through. No dice. And Lopez will have to hold on for a save.
Just under 5 minutes left in the third.
4:47. Yeah.
Shots even, but the score is slanted, unfortunately. Looking for something.
That one's chipped out along. It's going to fall to the stick of Logan
Here it
Buki. Buki's going to turn it
To
to
center. Let's see
Maurer.
something.
Shot
And it's deflected.
locked on through.
Buki with it back, looking for his
Buki
point.
goes behind net, tries to find Winter. Winter takes a shot, blocked out. It's Wilson now in possession. Wilson chips it along to Maurer, stretch past to Maurer. It gets intercepted along the way. Number 19 is going to lift that one on through. Lopez going to bat it down for Von Winter. Winter, number 7 for the Golden Wolves. To 21, Maurer. Maurer there, trying to find
Looking for another.
someone. Nearly finds Claycomb.
Here he is out in front. He's picking it up and chipping it down.
Shot
the
on
way.
through and into the bench as it goes. With 4 minutes exactly.
Things are not looking good for the Wolves. A change. Hopefully we'll see some new momentum out here.
Out
A lot of
comes
good energy.
the Brendan Fergus line. So you'll see Ciccarelli trying to attempt to get that puck. Nice deflection.
Let's see something moving it up.
Ciccarelli tries to drive towards the net. He's moving down ice
He's
pretty
all
quickly.
alone.
He chips it along and it's going to
Wait,
get saved. Whoa,
wait.
rebound. Whoa. What action. Able to corral it though, just in time. Thought we were almost 5-3. Would have been a weird goal for Ciccarelli, but a goal nonetheless. Reminds me, one time Brian Pilpel scored a goal that just went right past, like the goaltender put it in on his own.
And that's what happens when you take a shot. Sometimes something like that will happen. You'll have an extra goal.
Right, and that's why these two teams today have taken a combined near 60 shots, I should say.
Just shy.
Trying to sort out a little bit of stuff. Looks like there might have been a penalty as someone's sitting right now, so we might get 2 minutes up on the board for a power play here. You see only 4 Ramapo Roadrunners out there. 2 minutes for the Golden Wolves to operate.
7th Wolves power play? What is this?
Yeah, something like that. I'm losing count. Like I said, we need a statistician.
Too many power plays, not enough power play goals.
As it's collected, Tony unable to collect it. Short-handed break for 92. Whoa, Lopez, what a save, buddy. There you go. Buki leaves left behind for him. He's going to drive down at 17 seconds through the power play. Trying to get into the offensive zone. They break in, trying to cross Bellatoni over to Buki. Buki on through. It hits the post, it looks like.
The soccer goal right there.
Right? Reese Wilson blows the jet out.
Here he is.
It's set back to him along the boards to Buki. Buki goes back to center to Maurer, misses it. It's going to go back the other way. Played by Lopez. Lopez leaves it behind. Going to chip it on along to Bellatoni. Bellatoni's on through. He's going to have to face some headwinds here as there's too many defenders around him. Reese Wilson collects it up. Out of the zone, though, and whoa. Ref saw something they didn't like. Reese Wilson giving them the what for. Why stop the play? And Buki's not happy right now. Looks like there's an Alvernia player down. Reese Wilson going to help with Bellatoni, and Bellatoni in the Keystone kickoff, a very similar incident. He had a hit that led to a concussion protocol that kept him out for I believe the rest of the Ramapo game last time. So
wishing him well as he moves towards the bench for a well-deserved rest.
Yes. Can't be happy with that as nothing major was called there.
He's been putting a lot of pressure on, so this is going to be bad for the Wolves. So we got another change out there.
Well, nothing called, which I wonder what for. That was a very malicious hit. Mullen couldn't quite win it, so Juswick will be required to go back and touch up on the puck to get a hold. Phil Juswick crossed over to Spiraccio to Fergus.
Moving along the boards, looking for somebody as Mullen in front.
Garcia from behind the net, trying to drive.
At the point,
pops out to Juswick. Juswick takes a shot on it
back down
to Fergus. Fergus goes out, trying to
Garcia's
chip it along. Spiraccio nearly had it. Spiraccio looking to get it loose for Mullen. Mullen takes a hit for Garcia. And that one's chipped on out. Phil Juswick has to go back to get it with 2 minutes left, 13 seconds left on the Golden Wolves power play. You have to think it's over at this point for that, but maybe they can get something going as Joey Mullen tries to clear the defensive zone for the Golden Wolves here and go on offense.
Juswick moving up now.
Mullen got dropped along the way, and it's chipped on out and cleared. A puck and a half left to go. And icing the call, they'll stop clock with 1:35 left to go.
I can't predict the future, but I think I can predict one thing, and it's not so happy.
For 2 periods of being able to keep up with this team, obviously, Alvernia should feel very proud of themselves if they don't pull out a victory. And even if the score does stand at 5-2, it's very hard to keep up with these Division II teams. And, well, to score 2 goals against Ramapo, obviously, especially with not having 2 periods worth of rest. Shot on the net. It's Keith Waldron trying to center again for Reese Wilson. Wilson rips one. Goes wide off a deflection. Trying to chip it on out. Batted down.
And it gets around.
And down goes 46, trying to get the 6th goal of the game for them, for Ramapo. No dice. 1 minute left almost here. It's about 1:10, I guess I'll say.
Let's see one more. Ferguson.
Here comes Keith Waldron, knocked off the puck, unfortunately, and chipped on in. If they do touch up, it won't be an offsides, as it was Ramapo who sent it on in. Andrew Denny trying to go in for it. Vaughn Winter unable to get a hold of it, but he does stall it out and gets Reese Wilson to stop the puck. 45 seconds left here. Clock ticking down. Shot by Ramapo. Goes wide of the cage. Lopez. No need to make the saving yet. Shot down again. Around the boards it goes. Vaughn Winter trying to link up with the man. Finds his man along the way. Finds Pilpel along the sideboards. Does Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli has to drive in now with Fergus. Ciccarelli and Fergus driving in together. And that one goes past the stick, and with 13 seconds left, that should just about do the action here. The Golden Wolves putting up 2 goals today, both from Logan Buki, in what was a well-spirited battle until the 3rd period. And while they won't walk away with the victory, they'll walk away with a very conciliatory surprise, as they were able to stand toe-to-toe here today with Ramapo for the longest time. They should feel very proud of themselves, despite Carson Lopez had himself a good game nonetheless. We thank you so much for tuning in this broadcast of the Frozen Puck. Ramapo versus the Alvernia Golden Wolves. We'll be back in action tomorrow for the final day of this tournament, St. John's Fisher. And from wherever you're watching, folks, remember, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And thank you to AJ Salio for joining me on camera today.
Here we are.